Chapter 9. The Sharpshooter. Church was left-handed and an excellent shot who could shoot clothespins off a line from 50 feet with his Army .45 pistol. One person witnessed church stand up at a plow point, step off about 30 feet, and shoot a bullet straight through a small bolt hole in the plow point with his pistol without hitting the metal. On more than one occasion, Church placed a match in the crack of a fence post, backed off 10 steps, pulled his .45, and grazed only the head of the match, causing it to ignite and flame. One night, Church and his friend visited a carnival in Dayton, which had a booth to shoot air rifles at a moving target. If you hit the target, you won the stuffed animal. Church hit the target every time. They had to enclose the entire booth because Church was winning all of the prizes. Church's youngest son, Woodrow, related a story his mother Evelyn told him about the time they attended a carnival in Pineville. Church took her to an arcade where he shot at the moving targets with a small .22 rifle. He hit so many of the targets that the man behind the counter wouldn't give him his last prize. Church leaped over the counter, took his prize, and handed it to Evelyn. The man grabbed Church's arm, and Church knocked him down and jumped back over the counter. Church was very athletic, limber, and double-jointed. He could slowly bend over backwards and touch his head to the ground. A neighbor, N.J. Farmer, saw Church throw a small sardine can in the air and shoot it with his pistol. Others told of Church throwing walnuts or hickory nuts in the air and hitting the nuts. He also practiced shooting by riding his horse around a large tree and rapidly firing evenly spaced bullet holes in the tree trunk with his pistol. One night he and a friend, Tillman Hurd, were hauling a carload of whiskey to Knoxville. On the road between Kingston and Knoxville, law officers pulled up behind them and turned their siren on, started chasing them. Church told Tillman, who was driving too slow, to slow down a little. Church pulled his pistol, stepped out on the running board, and shot both the lights out on the patrol car. The lawman shot back, but Tillman and Church ran off and left them without being hit. Church and his uncle, Frank Hancock, rode to Dayton sometime around the late 1920s. Just before they started down the mountain, Church saw a crow perched on a tree limb. He slowed down, picked up his .45 pistol from the seat, and shot the crow. The crow fell dead. As Church drove on down the road, Frank said, "Church, you're going to get killed." Church said, "You see that .45 laying there? That takes care of me." He relied heavily on his trusty .45 and his ability to use it.